3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Ugly shirt.
Ugly shirt.
Yeah.
Well. Welcome to the first installment of the Ugly Shirt podcast. My name is Annie.
I'm Anya. We're a little duo. We're just in the United States.
We attend a college together.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all the details we can give, unfortunately.
We don't live together right now, but we will next semester.
Yeah, ooh, see?
We will have 2 other roommates with us. It'll be kind of swag.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't know what to say.
This is a riveting conversation.
Yeah. As far as we know, episodes will be about an hour long, give or take, just depending upon different circumstances. Like maybe if it's Christmas, we could do like a little holiday special or some shit like that.
A holiday special, and we'll probably upload once a week or so.
Yeah. Ooh.
We'll definitely work out a timetable eventually. But right now we're just doing this for fun because we're bored. And the main reason why we started a podcast is because I had to peer review a really bad essay. Let me pull it up real quick.
Oh god.
Anya, entertain the listeners.
Fuck, this essay, it's not horrible. Like, it actually, it's quite riveting. It's because she's taking a composition class and they were required to do a peer review assignment that was due tonight at midnight. And how did it work? Did you have to do 2?
Yeah, I had to review 2 separate essays. One was actually very good. It just needed some work done, story-wise. But this one, I feel like I should just... Would you like to read this together?
We should trade off paragraphs, maybe. Like, you read the first, second. Like, wait, you read the first, I read the second. Like, just back and forth. I don't know.
Alright.
Fuck it.
And there was no formatting, no title, nothing. So, we're gonna call this the Cheer Sport Championship. Okay. So. And now we begin. It was the first week of Cheer Sport Nationals. The biggest competition of the year for us. Crunch time to get everything perfected and ready for the big competition. I was standing in the gym, looking at all the past Cheer Sport banners the gym has won. I thought about how cool it would be if we won Nationals this year.
Just cool. Not great or anything.
Just cool.
Just cool.
As I stand there glancing, I hear my coach yell out, "Time to stretch and start practicing, girls." Seconds later, everyone throws their stuff into the rusty lockers and rush to the floor.
Rusty lockers.
Now, Anya, you may take over.
Ooh.
This is a very big paragraph.
Oh, here we go. All right. We stretch together as a team before we start our actual practice. But today, Ashley was late to practice. Fuck Ashley. Ashley's the team leader and who usually leads us in stretching. After we finish stretching, Ashley finally shows up and does a quick stretch on the floor by herself. Our coach then asks us to work on our tumbling skills with our stunt groups. After roughly 20 minutes of flipping and tumbling through the air, the coach finally yells out, "Full out!" all caps. A full out is the whole routine. This is my favorite part. A full out is the whole routine that makes up 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. They don't sound like a lot, but those 2 minutes and 30 seconds are a beast to get through. I have had to push myself in those 2 minutes and 30 seconds more than I've ever pushed myself in a sport. On top of that, the gym had no air conditioning whatsoever. It was like walking into a sauna on a 90-degree summer day. That's how hot it was. We proceed to begin the full out, and depending on our effort, depends on the amount we do. We could do 1 good and be done, or have to do 20. Finishing the first full out, my heart is about to burst out of my chest. Sweat is rolling down my back, and I am quenching for a sip of my ice-cold water. Not thirsting, quenching. We did not hit the routine, so our coach yelled out, "Set it up." Set it up again. Her eyebrows her eyebrows angrily raised. And guessing on the energy, we're going to have 12 full outs. We set it up again. This time everything was going to be twice as hard because we are all tired now. During the full out, we get close to the end. I look across the floor and I see Ashley as she dramatically falls on the carpeted mat. Immediately tears stream down her face as she grabs her leg as if it's hurt.
Here we have some nice dialogue. "Stop the music!" the coach yells. She rushes to the floor right away. Coach instantly realized her leg was swollen, so she called in the trainer to come look at her. Ashley could not move or bend her leg. One of the girls on the team, Bailey, whispers to me, "I don't think she stretched properly or for long enough." "I don't think so either, but I hope she's okay," I respond. "Me too, but what if she can't compete, period?" Bailey nervously says.
Bailey's my favorite character.
She should be the main character.
She's so full of life.
The trainer, spelt wrong, takes Ashley and her mom, and they rush to the hospital. Coach decides to cancel the rest of the practice due to her injury. A few days later, during practice, we got a call from Ashley saying she's unable to compete with us this weekend because she tore her ACL. Everyone starts freaking out and begins to stress over what we're going to do. On the last day of practice, we had to find a replacement for Ashley and change the routine. We spent all night at the gym reworking the new changes, making sure we were physically and mentally still prepared for the competition.
Oh, fuck. I gotta read. Okay. Let's see here. Competition. Wait a minute. What?
Fuck. It was...
Where'd it go? Wait. Oh, I see. Okay.
Wait, what?
Competition morning, I wake up and I can already feel the butterflies hitting the walls of my stomach. I think to myself, how are we going to pull this one off, learning a new routine the day before? Yikes. I try to keep a positive mindset while I'm on the way to meet the rest of the team for warm-ups. I don't want them to feel nervous or doubtful because I am. Although when I got there, no one was acting pumped up like they usually are. It was like a weighted cloud of bad energy fell down on them. Everyone is feeling discouraged from our setback. Ashley still got to come with us to the competition for support and to be our team leader. She notices the bad energy too and tells us to huddle up. Ashley encouragingly says, quote, "I know we have had to make a lot of changes to the routine and it was last minute, but you all need to be positive. Still give your all and try your hardest no matter what happens out there." End quote. I agree. Yes, we still need to try our hardest out there because anything can happen. We go out on the mat and set up our routine. My heart is beating so fast, and I feel like these butterflies are about to fly right out of my mouth.
Vor?
I reverse for. I close my eyes, take a deep breath, and the music begins. We push through the whole 2 minutes and 30 seconds and finally finish. We ran off the mat, breathing so heavily, and went straight to the water station. Oh, that's why it's confusing. She fucking formatted the paragraphs wrong. Here you go.
Good job, ladies. I couldn't have asked for any better. The coach congratulated us. Thank you, we all responded. We did better than we had thought we did. After each team competed, we then moved on to the awards ceremony. In the room was every team we competed against, and you could feel that we were all hungry to win. The announcer goes on to start calling the team's place from... I hate the way they did place, or teams. Team, apostrophe S, place, from first to last. And if your name doesn't get called, then you did not place. They called out first, second, and third place only. The announcer gets down to the first place winners. We're all squeezing each other's hands so tight they lose feeling. He finally announces, "Congratulations! The first place Cheersport National Championship goes to the Elite All-Stars!" "We won! We won!" I screamed. All the girls jumped up and down with excitement. The room floods with positivity and excitement from all of us. Our coach and parents are even jumping with us. We cannot believe the team pulled through with the win after facing failure and obstacles throughout the season, even up to the last practice. Period. Our team pushed through it and gave their all and got the first place win. This goes to show to never give up, always give it your all, and to be positive. Hard work and determination will prevail during times of struggle. You never know what life will throw at you. There are times where you will fail, but with the right attitude and mindset, you can overcome any setback.
Is that it?
That's it.
See, okay. Let's go over what's wrong with everything. First of all, it's a narrative, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so narratives should have like a point or a theme, and the only time she actually mentions the theme is at the end, which of course, okay, you don't actually have to mention the theme, but
it should be like noticeable in the beginning.
Yeah, all the story is about is Ashley fucking tearing her ACL and the Elite All-Stars.
They didn't even mention the name of the group at all until the end. So I
was reading it and I was like, who are the Elite All-Stars?
I feel like that should have been something important that should have been mentioned in the first place.
Also, my favorite tidbit, the 2 minutes and 30 seconds, she reiterated 2 minutes and 30 seconds like 4 times in 2 sentences or some shit like that. That's my favorite thing.
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Those 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
You had to do your best.
Wait, can you open up the...
Yeah.
What was something you noticed? Like with the theme and everything, because she didn't develop the theme that well.
I don't know what story this is supposed to tell besides the fact that Ashley's a fucking badass who tears her ACL and still manages to go to the competition even though she can't perform or compete.
Ashley's not even the one who wrote the fucking thing.
It's just her teammate here. Scroll through. I don't know what you were looking for specifically.
Well, first of all, one thing I noticed is that whoever wrote this, okay, you know like how Irish and Scottish last names are like Mick something, like
yeah.
McMahon, McKenneth or whatever, McCullough. Usually after Mick, the second part of the name is capitalized, like the first letter of it. Whoever wrote this, it's just the first letter is capitalized, so it's just McCullough or McKeith or McMahon. There's no McMahon.
I want to be a McMahon.
McMahon. No.
Oh.
Also, this person has no concept of grammar or capitalization or anything. Like Cheer Sport Nationals, none of this is capitalized. Fuck.
Is Cheersport even a word?
If it is, it should be capitalized because it's a proper noun. What is this dialogue? This dialogue is incredible. I mean, one of the other people that reviewed this essay said that she did some great characterization.
The review's at the bottom. I pulled up her review.
Ooh, I'm gonna see this. You did an amazing job. Your strengths are your details.
There are no details.
I especially appreciated the similes you incorporated into your narrative. I do feel like in some places you could use additional details. The final show is essentially what you were working towards, yet it felt rushed. I feel like it could use some extra details to really bring it to life. Your storyline was very easy to follow and flows very smoothly. Your dialogue usage truly brought to life the characters and showed great characteristics of them. This person bullshitted the review. Fuck them.
I don't blame her. She had to read that and try to say something good about it. Cause mad respect to cheerleaders. I know y'all do a lot. Throwing each other in the air doesn't seem easy. But what is this essay?
I think what I'll do in post is just put screenshots of it up there. It's just terrible. And also, I think I'll add a screenshot of the review. I'll call it a review. I don't know what else to call it. You did an amazing job.
And it's like, when the person who reviewed this essay, when she reviewed mine, she was very nice about it. I was expecting more impactful critique, because like I know I didn't do super great. I literally pulled it out of my ass like 5 hours before it was due. But let me look at the replies.
I think a lot of it is just like when it comes to shit like this, people don't really give a fuck about properly reviewing stuff. I mean, look, it's something you just have to do for class. You don't really need to be thorough or anything like that. I mean, it was the same thing when I took this class last semester and failed it.
I took it last semester and dropped out. That's how we met each other. We were in the same class.
We had to do a peer review for whatever. I don't even think it was a narrative.
It was like a How I Stand. Okay. The assignment was called How I Stand.
Where I Stand, yeah.
Oh, Where I Stand. Yeah. And you had to like tell the teacher and the person reviewing it about yourself. And before I met Anya, I only knew one other person in the class. And it was just really awkward because we hardly knew each other, but we recognized each other. So we were like, oh, let's do this. And like I didn't want to be mean because I didn't know her that well, so I couldn't be like, yeah, your writing is total dick cheese. But I it's awkward.
I don't know. Like, I had a girl review mine. She sat next to this dude that was like half illiterate. Because I reviewed his, and it was like he just didn't go to middle school. But she reviewed mine, and I mean, honestly, mine was okay, I guess. I don't know, but you could tell that when you read her thoughts about my essay, that I think I deleted because I couldn't even find it on my laptop. I mean, everyone knows that when it comes to this sort of thing at school, you just don't care. It is just what's required. I don't know. It was
But like,
funny.
even if it's required, you gotta at least make it sound like you know how to write, and that you're not like that you're like a native English speaker. Like the person who reviewed the essay I had to turn in, she was very nice about it. She only offered like one actual critique. She said, "Your narrative captivated me after reading the first sentence. Your strength is in your description and dictation. How you articulate your words is memorizing. I was blown away by how you described his manipulation." I wrote this about my dickhead ex-boyfriend. Just for like reference. Also, you provided lots of insight about your battle to recover. From what I read, your mom and sister played a major role in your recovery, which is essentially your central idea. I think you should benefit by adding more dialogue, where you introduce your characters of your mom and sister. And that's honestly good feedback, because I didn't know where I was going with it. I pulled it out of my ass. So, I'm just vibing.
Man, I'm looking at the timestamp. We spent over a quarter of the time designated for this talking about a piece of shit essay that we're gonna forget about by like next week.
But it was funny. That's all that matters.
Do you want to like properly introduce yourself? I suppose like we could just talk about ourselves. I guess. I mean,
Yeah. Would you like to start?
I guess so. I'm Anya. I'm from the upper part of the state. That's so vague, but I'd rather not give out any details about myself or Annie, since
The internet is a scary place.
Yep. I mean, we're using our real names. Whew. Oh
Whoa.
God.
Scary.
Oh fuck. Oh no, Anya. Ooh.
Woo. Annie. Woo. It's not like we need to worry about people trying to find pictures of our feet because the internet's weird like that.
My feet are nasty.
My toes are just short and stubby.
I like your feet. That's such a weird I mean, hey.
Here, I'll take off my socks.
Oh, yes. See, like you have nice feet. Like they're soft, supple.
Supple.
You could just massage them. I promise I don't have a foot fetish. I can admire feet.
Anya is now rubbing my foot.
Yeah, she's got like these cute bear socks or whatever.
Yeah, they're polar bears. I stole them from my mom. I was wearing them the other day when my parents came to our college campus so they can fix my car because it fucked up on me.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, "Hey, I'm wearing your socks," and she was like, "When did you take those?" And I was like, "A few months ago." I'm surprised she didn't notice, but she doesn't wear them often.
Oh, yeah, I'm from the upper part of the state.
Talk about yourself. You
Oh.
totally went off on a tangent.
I've got parents. I've got a sibling, maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. Zoe. That's my sister.
Zoe Deschanel? From New Girl?
I don't even know what that is.
I only know it because one of my siblings watches that show religiously.
Yeah, my parents were pretty creative in the fact that they had 2 children and they were like, I think it's a good idea to do one named after the first letter of the alphabet and a second named after the last letter of the alphabet. Wow. I mean, hey, I've got a typical white girl middle name, like Grace, Elizabeth, Marie, Nicole. Those are the most common ones I've seen. Of course, I'm not going to say my middle name, but it's up there. You can guess. I've got an axolotl, I guess, if that's interesting.
Her name is Obadiah, and she's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, she's right here.
She doesn't have any thoughts behind those little eyes. It's just empty. The only thing she thinks about is food.
Food, yeah. Like, I'll walk up to the tank, and she'll just stare at me. Or, like, if I wake up in the morning, she's staring at me. And, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting, but it's also really not interesting at all. It's just this thing sitting in water in my room.
A very cute thing. Every time I go into Anya's room, I just look at Obadiah and I'm like, I love you. I'll die for you. You don't know me, I don't think, but I will literally kill myself just to keep you alive.
Oh, okay.
Tell us more about you, Anya.
As far as interests go, I have a lot of hobbies, I guess. I mean, I hate, like, okay, you know how you're, like, at a job interview and they always ask one fucking question that I hate, and it's, tell me about yourself. Because whenever someone asks you to tell them about yourself, you automatically just blank out and you forget everything. Like, what's, I don't know. What do I like? I don't know. Yeah, I'm a hard worker. Fuck. But as far as, like, hobbies go, I was in band in high school because of that. I like music a lot. I play a bunch of different instruments. Tuba, bassoon, bass, guitar, more. I don't remember. Let me think here. I also draw. I'd like to get into painting. I can paint patches since I'm into, like, punk music and stuff. So I do a lot of, like, punk-esque things, like crust pants and jackets and whatnot. So I'll paint patches for those. What else? I said I draw. I've got a couple of plants. I can sew. Basically, if you ask me to do some kind of creative thing, I can do it. I'm a pretty quick learner. Yeah. Animals. My favorite animals. I don't have one. I have several. You know. I'm different and quirky.
Oh, you're not like other...
I'm not like other girls. Other yeses.
Other yeses.
Yeah, that's our gender.
Our genders are yes.
YouTube let us customize the gender, so we put yes.
Anya was like, what should our gender be? And I was just like, yes! And it just stuck.
Favorite animals. I love vultures a lot. I fucking love vultures. They're so cool. Anna hates vultures, though. But whatever. Vultures, frogs, salamanders, and anteaters. I adore anteaters. They're so cute.
I love the little snouts.
Yes, specifically my favorite kind of anteater is a tamandua. They live in Costa Rica, like that general part of South America. They're really cute. Just Google tamandua. And
how do you spell that?
It's Tamandua.
Oh, I'll look that up right now.
They're precious. I'll put one up on the screen for you.
Oh, that's Archive of Our Own. I was totally not reading fanfiction about the demon boys. Okay. So for like the past 2 months, I've been playing this game called Obey Me. basically the goal is to romance the 7 most powerful demons of hell, essentially. And I just want to fuck Lucifer and Satan and Belphegor. I just want to fuck all of them. Oh wait. Continue about yourself. I'll go.
Oh.
Tim, how do I spell that again?
Tamandua, I think.
Tamandua.
I have to write things out to spell
Yeah.
them.
Oh, they're so cute.
They are.
They're like little bears. Look at him.
Yeah. There's videos of, if you go on the like YouTube or TikTok or whatever, there's videos of baby tamanduas. Oh my god, it's the most precious thing. They're both ugly and just precious at the same time. I don't know. But I just adore them. Ugh. What are your favorite animals?
Oh, I really like cuttlefish.
Is it because of Homestuck?
No, it's
Okay.
not. I learned about them in my marine biology class in high school. But basically, they're the masters of camouflage, and they're just so, like, little male cuttlefish are just so tiny, but the females are 4 times their size. And so whenever they romance them, they gotta, like, do little camouflage dances and shit like that. And sometimes they can even hypnotize their prey by, like, altering their, like, skin colors to make it look kind of flashy. And there will be, like, a video here to, like, as, like, a little clippy clip of cuttlefish. And then they'll just...
I could put a video in there.
Yeah. Or like a little something, but they're just so cute, and the way they like float about is just adorable, and I love them so much. I mainly really like marine animals. There's this thing called the Bobbit Worm. It's like 6 to 7 feet long. It hides in the ground, and it uses its little claws to just grab fish and just drag them into the ground and eat them. I think it's so fascinating. And I also really like African elephants.
Elephants are cool.
They're so cool and they're so pretty, and I just want to give them a hug.
What was it? With marine animals, I always have a favorite of something. Like, generally, whenever I ask someone a question, it's like, what's their favorite whatever? Like, one time I got blackout drunk. I kept asking people, like, what their favorite cookies were and what kind of cookie you'd be. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah, you were... I forgot what you said to me. It was something. Fuck, that was so...
Did I say you were chocolate chip?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it was Anna. I think Anna was chocolate chip. But I don't know. I love everything. With marine animals, I actually really love octopuses. I know people say that you're supposed to say octopi as a plural, but technically it's octopuses.
Octopussy.
In particular, I really like the Dumbo octopus. They're so precious, and I love their little ear flaps. I also like jellyfish a lot.
Oh, jellyfish are so pretty. I really like box jellyfish. Even though they can kill you in an instant, I just think they're so cute. Tiny and deadly. They're just like little bundles of death and destruction.
I like moon jellyfish. I think that's what they're called.
Yeah, the ones with like the little...
They're like purple-ish,
Yeah.
Not really, kind of.
I've seen them at the aquarium in the state that we live in.
Yeah. The state that...
Trying to be as indirect as possible.
Let me think here. Portuguese man-o'-war aren't technically jellyfish, but they're cool anyway.
Yeah. They're big as fuck, though.
I didn't realize that they were that big until I read something about them the other day, and I was like, holy fuck. I didn't realize they were, is it like 7 feet wide or something like that?
Like, I was learning about them in my marine biology class that I took in high school, and I just think they're so incredibly fascinating, and I love the ocean. God, I love the ocean.
Why didn't you major in marine biology then?
Because there are no in-state places in college and in state that offer marine biology except for this one big university that I'm not paying for because it's so expensive. I'm not going to go to like Hawaii or something. I would if tuition wasn't such a bitch.
Tuition's insane. I mean, even here, we go like a small rural college. The tuition here, I think, yearly, including room and board, is about $15,000, give or take.
With like no scholarships.
Yeah, with no scholarships. And I didn't qualify for any scholarships last year because my GPA was like a 2.6. And to get discounted tuition or whatever,
You need like a minimum 3.0, right?
I think it's 3.0. And yeah, my parents weren't very happy. So, yeah.
And like both Anya and I are on academic probation this semester.
We're not very good role models.
We're not the best students, mainly because unless something interests me, I don't want to put the effort into it. But yeah. Oh wait, should I introduce myself?
Oh, fuck, yeah,
Shit.
introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, my name's Annie. I also have a stereotypical white person middle name. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it because it's like a common middle name. My name's Annie Mae. In middle school, people called me Anime, and it was really gross because I also watched anime. I still do, but it was just really weird because middle school me was just an entirely different entity that I isolate my current self from.
Everyone sucks in middle school.
Yeah, but like I
You're different.
I was born different. I was emo, I was depressed, I was a weeb. I read Homestuck. I
God.
hated the word bucket because of how trolls and Homestuck would reproduce. I base yeah. My favorite color is what's it called? Vidarian. It's a really
Viridian.
Viridian. It's a really specific shade of green. That's like a blue green, but it's not.
It's like turquoise with a little bit of emerald in it.
It's just really pretty. It's like kind of dark forest vibes, but I don't know. I just think it's pretty. That's it. I people call me a goth girl. I dress like one, I guess. I listen to goth music if I'm in the mood, but I really like old pop punk anthems. Like I really like anything that
American
I listen
Idiot. Don't want to be an American Idiot. Isn't that pop punk? I don't know. I don't listen to Green Day.
I never I didn't really listen to Green Day all that much. I know. I listened to Black Veil Bride. Like in middle school, I listened to Black Veil Brides.
That's right, I forgot.
I was so obsessed that I wrote letters to them because I was so depressed. Yes, I wasn't even truly depressed in middle school. Middle school me would kill myself.
You were Tumblr depressed?
Like I was depressed, but I wasn't like depressed yet. It was just starting. You know?
I think that makes sense.
Like it wasn't. It was manageable, and like I don't know how to describe it. I was like technically I was self-diagnosing because I was in middle school and I needed like a validation for my emotions. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm depressed. But then I got a clinical diagnosis from my therapist. She was like, yeah, you're depressed. You should probably see a psychiatric person. What are they called? Psychiatrists?
Yeah, psychiatrists.
I never did though.
What was it? I didn't even get diagnosed until like my I think it was like my junior year. Even then, technically, all she said was, I think I asked her, I was like, do I have anything or whatever? And she was like, yeah, I guess I could say you have like depression and social anxiety, but honestly, I don't know. I had to stop seeing her because my mom kept bugging me about it. She was like, hey, are you done with therapy? And I was like, no. She's like, well, it's expensive.
Oh my
like,
god.
I know that. You don't just become cured after like 2 or 3 sessions. So I think after maybe a semester or 2, I had to stop seeing her. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I also have a crippling nicotine addiction, and I'm very dependent on weed. Oh my god, speaking of weed. Last night, for legal reasons, this is a joke, but, my friends and I were hotboxing. We were just driving around the roads that no one really drove on, and we were just smoking in the car as my friend was driving. And my other friend in the passenger seat, I was in the back seat. My friend in the passenger seat was like, "Hey, you should turn right." And the guy driving was like, "No, I want to go straight." And he was like, "Fuck it, I'll do both." So he drove off the road and drove into a ditch.
And of course, I get a message in our group chat at like 11, and it's Annie, and she's like, "Hey, I'm stuck in this guy's car."
I was like, "Can you come pick me up? I don't want to be here."
And I was like, okay. So I got in my car. I drove out. They were only like 4.5 miles away, give or take. But I drove out, picked up Annie, and then we went. And I looked, and the truck was stuck in the ditch. The exhaust pipe was like buried in the mud and stuff, and they were trying to get it out. And I was like, I'm not dealing with this shit. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Turn around, left.
Yeah, I was like low-key panicking. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I got out of the car and I was like, "Hey guys, my friend's coming to pick me up. I don't want to be here. If the cops get called, I was never here. I was not here at the specific point in time. This never happened. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let me know when you want to smoke again. Goodbye." But believe it or not, this wasn't the first time it happened. I wasn't in the car the first time the guy driving got the car stuck.
Was it like the same thing, like straight and right?
No.
Straight and left?
I don't remember what he did. But my friend in the passenger seat, he was telling me about it. He was like, "Yeah, if he does this again, he's not allowed to drive the hot box." And so his rights have been revoked. Everything was fine. I was literally, before he crashed, I was just in the back seat. My eyes were closed, vibing to the music, and all of a sudden, boom! And then I used my hands to catch myself against the seat. But I name dropped him, but the guy driving, his name is Ethan. He hit his head a little bit. He's okay though. But he just scratched his nose a little bit. I was like, "Are you okay? Did you hit your head?" He was like, "A little bit." And I was like, you have a little bit of a scratch on your nose." And I wiped it off, and he was like, "Oh shit." But he's fine. I checked in on him earlier. He's feeling okay. He's probably gonna smoke again as long as he's not driving.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Let's discuss something on Reddit.
Reddit? I hate Reddit with a burning passion.
Let's see here. Okay, I got it. As far as like current events go, in relation to Texas being a tundra at the moment, apparently Ted Cruz went to Cancun with his family, and there was a picture taken of him at the airport, and people on Twitter are like all pissed off about it. How do you feel about that, Annie?
Damn, put me on the spot. It's just weird because like the next day he posted on Twitter doing like a fundraiser for Texas.
Wait, he did?
Yeah. I'll pull up
I
his
didn't
Twitter.
even see that.
I only saw it because someone retweeted it. I'll go to his Twitter. Ted Cruz to Cancun, 700 tweets in the past hour.
Honestly, I don't have much of an opinion about it because, okay, even if he was in Texas, could he have done anything?
I mean, he's the senator. He's the senator for Texas. He probably could have done something to offer relief to the Texans, especially ones with no power and those who are literally freezing to death right now.
Oh my god, yeah, I see what you mean.
And not to mention the government has done nothing for stimulus checks, even though President Joe Biden said he would. The Democratic Party, you're good, you gotta hit 2 buttons.
Oh, 2 buttons. Okay.
Yeah, the Democratic Party, like, I'm personally a leftist. I personally despise the Republican Party, Democratic Party. They're breaking through the thin ice. I don't like them. I don't like Joe Biden. He hasn't done any of his promises that he said he would.
I mean,
like, some of the good things he did are basically giving back the rights Donald Trump took away from LGBT people in, like, his last week of office.
Honestly, politically, I'm like, socially, I generally lean left, I suppose. I mean, I don't know. And I don't want to say that I'm, like, fiscally right or whatever. I guess I'm more, like, central. I don't know. I don't really give a shit about labels. I just think that government fucks shit up all the time. Government tries to create solutions to fix the problems that they created themselves.
Mm.
And when they try to do that, it just makes everything worse. That's, I don't know. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was about to say the government's fucking stupid. Personally, I think we should. I don't want to get too radical here.
Canceled. Wait, I think I would be canceled.
Oh no! Oh god! Oh god!
I'm gonna get canceled now.
Hold on, I got a tweet. Hey guys, I'm canceled. I don't want to tweet at Ted Cruz.
Wait, we could retweet it on our own Ugly Shirts podcast Twitter account.
I was gonna tweet.
We could quote
Ted
tweet.
Cruz. That's it.
Okay, one of my favorite tweets of his was when they decrypted one of the Zodiac killers, and he was like, "Oh."
He's like, "Oh no, I've been like." That's
my favorite thing.
I don't like politicians, but that's the best thing he's ever done. But I don't know. American government is stupid. We're basically a third world country under like a mask, so people assume that we're not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of insane, actually, when you think about it objectively. Okay, so like, I remember talking about this with my parents. If you talk to anyone about the age of like 25, 30, usually they'll say that before, I don't know, I'd say maybe before 2008, 2004.
Before like the stock market crash or whatever.
Yeah, I guess a little bit before that. Things were generally normal-ish. I mean, people were still politically divided and all.
I feel like pre 9/11 was like...
Honestly, yeah. 9/11 was like the catalyst
for everything.
Yeah.
Islamophobia, that skyrocketed completely.
You had 9/11 country music. There's a whole video about that.
It's like the domino effect. Or whatever it is.
And it's honestly insane to me. The amount of misinformation spread online. And how it fuels divisiveness. Oh, sorry.
Oopsies.
I mean, okay, look at TikTok, for example.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok a few weeks ago, and it was a girl filling up her Escalade or something with gas, and the total came out to be like $71.
And then she was like, fuck Biden or whatever.
I think she said, thanks Biden, something like that.
Yeah.
Then another guy duetted the TikTok and said that Biden actually hadn't implemented any kind of change to policy to allow that to happen. Actually, that guy's wrong. I think the very first day Biden was in office, did he get rid of the Keystone thing? Is it up in Alaska? I don't remember it.
Yeah.
He did something, but that's still, it's asinine to me that people act like politicians don't do anything. Like, yeah. Biden hasn't done anything bad. Okay, I'm not saying what he did was bad, but he's already done stuff. You can't say that he hasn't affected gas prices. I mean, even if he has, he's probably only affected them a little, maybe. I mean, gas has already been going up anyway. Regardless of that fact, gas will eventually go back down, and then it'll go up. And then over time, gas prices are going to slowly but steadily increase due to inflation.
Poggers. That's not so poggers.
What was my point?
I don't even know. We were just like, let's discuss current events. Man, I'm trying to, like, not be as involved in current events. I'm still involved in some aspects, but I feel like it's just so draining to keep up with everything.
It is. It sucks the life out of you in a way.
It really does. It's just draining. Like, my dad, He's like your stereotypical white Catholic man. Very
Mario.
Mario. Very strong in his beliefs, very adamant in his passion for the country or whatever.
There's nothing wrong with patriotism.
Yeah, of course, but he takes it too far. To the point where he thinks the Democratic Party partakes in satanic rituals and drinking the blood out of young children. He was showing me an article one day, literally 2 days after my grandfather died. He was like, look at this article, and I was like, Dad, no offense, but what the fuck are you reading? He was like, that was my thought exactly. I'm like, then why are you reading it? It's not healthy. I know you're trying to cope with the loss of your father, but drowning yourself in this is not good for you. He even has like a group chat where he would send articles back and forth with his fellow alt-right conservatives. It's like, I am trying my best to like help him because he is not as racist as he used to be.
He was racist?
I mean, like...
I didn't think he was racist. Mario doesn't strike me as the racist.
It's not really, like, racist, but it's, like, microaggressions. Like, he doesn't realize he's being racist until, like, he'll say things that are just kind of like, you shouldn't say that, that's offensive. Or, you shouldn't say that, that's racist. And he's like, I'm not being racist, I love all people. I'm like, Dad, you just called someone the N-word.
Oh, okay. That kind of racism.
Like, I love my dad, but sometimes he's just a little yowzers.
I follow the Church of Satan on Twitter. Because personally, I somewhat identify myself as a Satanist.
Excuse me.
It's so funny. Oh my god. They retweet so
Let me go to their Twitter.
many idiots. It's so fucking funny. Like, oh,
I found them.
There's one that's like, I saw it earlier.
Yes. Regina fucking George at Twilight_Chibi said, the actual Church of Satan just called me willfully ignorant, and they quote tweeted it saying, this most often happens when people are in the fact being willfully ignorant.
Who's running that account's my favorite person.
Posted 42 seconds ago and has 27 likes and 4 retweets. I'm gonna follow them real quick.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to them, personally, I prefer the Church of Satan over the Satanic Temple, purely because the Satanic Temple... Bless you. Oh my god, your sneeze is so cute. Oh my god, I love...
Just continue what you were saying.
Anyway, I personally prefer the Church of Satan over the Satanic Temple, mainly because the Satanic Temple is just a political activist group. That's all they are. I mean, I understand the point of their existence, but they're not an actual church. They're just, I don't want to say pretending to be one, but they kind of are. And I mean, some of the stuff the Satanic Temple has done is good, but I actually recently read an article about how the Satanic Temple took advantage of a Jane Doe that was wanting to get an abortion. Was it in Kansas? I don't remember what state it was.
It's either Kansas or somewhere in the South.
I think it was Kansas. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But in some state. And they ended up using her as a... How do I say this? As kind of like a figurehead for the whole court case. And she wasn't really happy about the fact that they were basically taking advantage of her in a way and using her as leverage to get what they wanted. And honestly, they just kind of annoy me anyway. They have okay, if you go on the Satanic Temple's website, they have a literal chart that compares the Satanic Temple versus the Church of Satan. And literally all it is it's like, I don't know, you got Satanic Temple here, Church of Satan here on the bottom, and then there's like a bunch of columns, and it'll say like supports free speech, check, X. It's just dumb shit like that. It's very.
I mean, if they're both Satanists, are they both Satanists? Do they?
Technically, yes, but the Church of Satan was founded by Anton LaVey, and the Satanic Temple is. Who founded the Satanic Temple? I don't remember. Some other dude. And they both have very different points or motives. Because the Church of Satan, all they're an actual, I'm putting this in quotes in the air, religious group. I'm not saying Satanism is a religion.
Yeah, aren't they like a religious organization so you can use them for like medical exemptions, like something like that?
That's what the Satanic Temple's trying to do because they're lobbying against a lot of like they're lobbying against the way Christianity affects law here in America.
Understandable.
Like abortion and stuff.
Yeah.
But I also don't like them very much because I just don't like some of the methods they use. They're they like to go for a lot of like shock, not shock humor, but they try to shock people, I guess. Like the shock value, of protesting and stuff. Just be stupid, honestly. It's not really going to help your case. It makes you look juvenile.
It's like pro-lifers posting like not even the actual photos of fetuses when they're like 2
it's
weeks
just
old.
Gore. Yeah, they'll just post gore, or they'll have like the pro-lifers will carry around like little babies or whatever,
and they'll like put them around like abortion clinics or Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll read more about it. I don't really like having much of an opinion about something unless I read about it a lot.
Yeah. How do we go from talking about Ted Cruz and Cancun to Satanism?
Hey, Satanism to me it's not cool, but I like being a Satanist.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good route to take if you're like a former Catholic or something.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just very liberating.
Yeah.
It's about yourself. That's all it is.
Yeah, my friend, he went to my school. We both went to a private Catholic institution. And him being a trans non-binary male, his gender identity is something that he's still trying to figure out.
Okay.
But,
yes.
in the time I knew him in high school, he was a trans man. And that was such a toxic environment for him. He was so close to like transferring schools, but I'm kind of glad he didn't because we got to stay together and stuff like that because he's my friend since like freshman year. But he's now a member of the Church of Satan, and he even has like a little card to like certify it. I remember when his dad found out and his brothers, they were like sending him texts saying that God loves you. They were misgendering him using she, her pronouns, making him feel very dysphoric and unloved by his own family, even though his family's using God and love to like change his mind, that just only further pushed him away.
A lot of people will use religion as an excuse to be shitty. And I mean, everyone knows this, but I mean, you personally have a very Catholic family.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you know firsthand how people will use religion as like leverage.
They would tell me that I would go to hell and stuff like that. And like, I wasn't allowed to come out to my grandfather, who was so Catholic, he named all of his children after the Blessed Mother. I wasn't allowed to come out to him, and I was like, that's honestly fine. I never had a girlfriend that he knew of, so it was okay, I guess. But it was still kind of just annoying that I couldn't exactly be myself around my own grandfather.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What was it? When I was younger, I used to live in a different part of the state from where... What? Wait a minute. I used to live in a different part of the state, and then I moved like an hour away after that. But when I was younger, I used to go to a little private Baptist church school. There were only like 40 kids there, but it was quite literally right next to a church. And my parents often told me that growing up, I was like a little fundamentalist, a little fundy. So I'd go around spouting shit about like God and Jesus and whatnot. And all of that stopped. I think I'm maybe like second or third grade. Because by then, I kind of thought to myself, I don't think he's real. He's probably not real.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, I don't want to make an absolute statement and say that God is not real. I personally believe that God isn't real. However, there's a lot of things that make you question whether or not there's a greater deity or whatever above us. I mean, look at like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, okay, for example, if you get in a car crash and you somehow miraculously survive, a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, it's like a miracle from God himself. Okay, you could say that. That's fine. Whatever. I mean, there's other things like ghosts or spirits or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of a complicated topic, and a lot of people treat it as like this black and white issue. Like if you go on Reddit, you go on atheism.
Oh my god, that's the worst.
I'm actually, funny enough, I'm subscribed to it because some of the posts I see there, I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
But some of the people on our atheism are just so hateful. It's sad. Like, I understand why. Yeah. Believe me, religious zealots,
they're the worst.
Are awful too. But I mean, if you're gonna go around being hateful and not give people a positive view of your opinions, why should people respect you?
Yeah. Like, personally, I don't believe in the Catholic God. I do think there is a higher being, but not the God I grew up believing in. Yeah. Because if the Catholic God was real, why would gay people go to the same hell as Hitler? Like, that shit just doesn't make sense. And when one of my friends here at this college is actually telling me that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed because of homosexuality, I was like, no, that's not true. It's about pedophilia and grown men taking advantage of little boys and shit like that. Like, yes, they happened to be homosexual, but they were also child predators.
I mean, with the Bible, a lot of people will interpret it one way or the other. Yeah. But you also have to remember, the Bible is translated from, like, ancient Hebrew or something like that. So, a lot of stuff's going to get lost in translation.
Mm-hmm. And not to mention that Catholics and Christians aren't supposed to take the rules from the Old Testament because it's the Old Testament, but yet they still quote Leviticus. Like, if you really believed in Leviticus, you wouldn't get haircuts, you wouldn't get your ears pierced, you wouldn't, women would have to hide away during their period because it was dirty to be seen when you're on your period.
I don't know. Like, all in all, this is why, like, I personally am a Satanist. Because all Satanism is about is you being your own god. This is your life. Mm. Why should you have some higher being dictate what you should do with your life? Mm. Instead, take Satan as an example, because I think the Hebrew word for Satan is what is it? I don't remember, but hang on, give me a second to Google this.
Yeah, while Anya Googles that, personally, I'm a witch. I'm not Wiccan because I personally don't like to worship deities because of the effects of Catholicism and what that religious trauma has done to me. But I personally think that as long as you're not doing harm to anyone and as long as you're bettering yourself, that's all that really matters. That's why I'm a witch, because it's just about self-improvement, spirituality, improving yourself, and how to better those around you.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I found the definition. It's, I don't know the actual word because it's written in the Hebrew alphabet and I can't fucking read Hebrew, but the definition is adversary. And a lot of Satanists take that and just go with it. I mean, you're just using... You don't actually believe in Satan. Some people say they do. Okay, whatever. Actually, what's interesting is...
Sorry, I dropped my vape.
You dropped your vape?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry, listeners.
I like the spike in the audio. A lot of... If you actually read the Church of Satan's official standpoint on theological Satanism, a lot of them will say that you're not a Satanist if you actually believe in Satan and you practice, like, magic or whatever the fuck. Which, okay, yeah, technically I guess you could say that because the Church of Satan was founded by Anton LaVey, and LaVey didn't actually believe in Satan even though he practiced a different kind of magic. I don't remember, I didn't read up on magic. I did once, but I forgot everything I read.
Understandable.
It's complicated, so most officials of the Church of Satan will just say that if you believe in Satan, you're not a Satanist, you're a devil worshiper. Okay, fine. Whatever. But, I don't know. It's all about just going with the flow, I guess. I'm really, really watering down everything. I highly recommend, if you're interested in Satanism or learning about Satanism even, just go to the Church of Satan's official website. And
the official website.
Yeah. If you go on the official website, you can click on, I think it's like About Us or More Information or something. Whoever wrote like a fucking essay. I swear to God, it's long. But it's interesting, it's very informative. I haven't read it in forever. I read it like a year or two ago, so I've kind of forgotten. But I mean, like I said, you're basically just being an adversary to religious norms. That's about it. Like, oversimplifying.
Mm.
I like your feet.
So, long story short, don't hurt other people. Don't force your viewpoints down other people's throats because that will only push them away even further. Be open to conversation. Don't let your views blind you to what is available to learn. Nothing will hurt you if you just learn about other things so you can understand them better, even if you don't specifically believe in that. As long as you don't hurt other people, and as long as you don't hurt yourself, it's good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just funny seeing people on campus.
Oh my god.
It's so interesting.
One time I saw a sweatshirt, someone wearing a sweatshirt that just said Jesus loves you, and I'm glad I was wearing my mask because I physically grimaced. Because I heard that shit all my life, and I'm just tired. I'm so fucking tired.
I saw this TikTok, and it was like... What was it? I don't remember if I sent it to you or not, but it was this girl, and she was like, yeah, you want to follow the Bible? Look at Ephesians. Ephesians whatever. Tells women to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, you said that to me.
Yeah. Oh my god. I love it. Ugh. TikTok.
TikTok is such a weird place. It's either really fucking funny, unless you get on the bad side of it. Like, personally, I get these weird-ass TikToks. Like, I just showed one to Anya earlier about a guy shoving a bamboo stick into mud and then thrusting it aggressively until water came out, and the hashtag was Louis Tomlinson from One Direction. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, if I go through my likes, it's mainly just hot girls.
I don't know. The TikTok, I both like it, like I'm tolerant of it, I also hate it. It's stupid as hell. I mean, like I mentioned earlier with the whole Joe Biden gas thing, uh, I feel like a lot of misinformation is spread on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, actually, that people tend to forget the very first rule of the internet.
My likes are just pretty girls. That's it.
People tend to forget the very first rule of the internet, and that is, don't believe everything you see on the internet. But no, fucking moron Gen Z kids seem to forget this.
As if we're not Gen Z kids.
As if we're not Gen Z kids. I'm talking about the moron Gen Z kids, the ones that will see a cooking video telling you to put out an oil fire with water, and they'll go with it.
It's always like the Emily ACAB ooh woo Hello Kitty says cops are bad. Like, that's just making you seem like a fucking idiot. Like, as someone who strongly believes in ACAB, it looks fucking stupid every time someone's like ACAB, ACAB, ACAB. Even though I'm 14 years old, Hello Kitty says ACAB. It's just like, what's the point you're trying to make? You're not.
A lot of kids nowadays, I personally feel like, are told that if you're politically active, then that means that you're a good person.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a child. I mean, even if you're 18, look at us. We're both 18, 19 years old.
Like, we're still kids.
We're still kids, really. I mean, even though we're legal adults, I personally feel like we're still teenagers. Teenagers don't know anything.
We're honestly, frankly, I'm pretty stupid. I have my dumb moments, but at least I'm not dumb enough to crash my car during a hot box. That's all, Ethan. But I don't know. There's just so much misleading information on the internet, and I feel like kids will just see it and be like, this is true. This is factual information. I will believe it, and I will tell everyone, and I will continue to spread misleading information. It's like what's it called? A pyramid scheme.
Yeah, kind of. I see what you mean. Hey, bestie.
Oh my
Wanna
god.
be a hashtag girl boss?
Oh my god. Kamala Harris, girl boss.
Kamala Harris. Ugh.
Incarcerates innocent black men for weed charges that smokes weed herself. Like, come on.
Yeah, first black woman, let's go!
Yeah! Poggers! Epic Poggers moment. This is so fucking swag.
Poggers.
Poggers. Oh, I got Anya into saying poggers.
I keep saying it.
All my mannerisms just rub off.
I'm like a sponge. It's not a good thing. Don't be a sponge.
Like, they just adopted my, like, chin rubbing, my ice in my veins pose.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, ice in my veins. Yeah, I point to your inner elbow, it's like ice in my veins, you know? Because you're just so icy. Icy cool.
No,
dripped out.
That. I thought it was like drip or something.
I didn't know it either until I saw. My friend told me about it. My friend Seth. He's 6'4", absolute unit of a black man. He was like, "Yeah, that means ice in your veins." I was like, "Are you serious?" I thought it was just like cool or something. He was like, "Are you fucking stupid?" And I was like, "Yeah."
You used black man as a descriptor of a person?
I apologize.
You are canceled.
I guess I'll go kill myself now. I'm sorry.
No. Hashtag mental health matters.
Mental health matters until someone actually kills himself. Then they're like, I didn't see the signs.
Lord. What was it? Wait, what were we talking about? I already forgot. Too busy vaping. I personally don't vape. Oh gosh, are you okay?
I inhaled my nicotine so quickly, it just, oh my god, it stung my trachea.
I'm gonna reiterate this. Annie already said it before, but nicotine addiction.
If don't vape, kids. It's not cool. I spent too much money on this shit.
You're quitting though, right?
Yeah, after I run out of juice, I'm quitting and I'm just gonna smoke weed. Maybe do a few psychedelics.
Don't be like Anna though with the weed, or not even Anna. Honestly, both of them. They both smoke a lot, personally.
I mean, I smoke a good bit, mainly because I don't pay for it.
Yeah, you get that free weed.
Yeah, like our dear friend Taylor says. What did he even say? What did he tell you?
He told me, he goes, okay, one day Annie was hanging out with her friends smoking weed. And so I complained to Taylor. I was like, Annie, she's always hanging out with her friends. And, like, what about us? And Taylor was like, yeah, Annie gets free weed because she's hot. It's fact. I was like, I mean, yeah, you're right, but fuck. I don't know. Girl, free weed. Have some free pot.
Like one of my plugs even told me that I was too pretty to learn how to rap, so he'll wrap the blunt for me.
What?
That's
He'll just sexist.
I mean, I don't mind.
I mean, yeah.
The feminism just leaves my body, so I don't have to roll a blunt. But yeah, one time, one of my friends was like, "You're the only friend in our friend group who has other friends," and I was like, how am I supposed to respond to that? I was like, sorry? I guess.
It's good to have other friends, to an extent.
Yeah, like, but college is weird.
It is. I mean, people tell you, oh, you'll make so many friends, you'll have the time of your life at college. On one hand, you want to believe it, but on the other hand, if you actually go to college, you can make a couple of friends, depending on how good you are at talking to people, and how charismatic you are. But, it's just, college, your experience is how you make it. Like, you make your college experience. I came here expecting people to come to me.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I mean, technically,
a couple people have. Like on Instagram.
Me and Anna.
Like, you and Anna reached out to me. Anna followed me first on Instagram, and then Annie followed me, and then I think Anna messaged me or something.
Yeah, then y'all went to Cracker Barrel.
Then we went to Cracker Barrel. She yelled at a Trump supporter truck, and then lay next to us. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel.
The first time me and Anna hung out, she also reached out to me on Instagram. The first time we hung out, it was on my birthday because that was the day she moved in, and I didn't really have friends yet. So she dyed my hair, and I feel like that was the true test of faith. It turned out pretty well. I dyed it half black, half red. Even though my hair was already black to begin with, lifting all that black dye was a bitch. And then when Anya was helping me dye my hair purple,
you had it like that for like a week.
I had it for like a month.
Sorry,
and then like the color started turning white. I remember it was like a grayish white right at my roots.
I don't remember that.
I think I have pictures, but it started fading really weird. And I was just like, I'm just gonna dye it black. So I dyed it black, but now the black's fading a little bit. Then once it fades a little more to like a light brown, I'm going to dye it purple, so it's like a dark purple. So like you can see it in the sun, it'll be all shimmery, purpley, because I still have that extra bottle of dye, so I might as well use it. I also have that pink dye, but my hair's too dark for that, and I really don't want to bleach it. Oh, and I accidentally got Anya sick.
Oh yeah, but if you hear noise in the background, it's either one of us coughing or sniffling or some shit.
I got tested, it wasn't COVID. I had that last semester. I don't want it again. But yeah, I just said, what did I say? That I wanted soup?
Yeah, I think on your story or something you were like, I want soup, and then I was like, oh, I've got ramen, you can come over.
And then I came over, and then I got Anya sick.
Yeah. So then the next day I was okay. I think I started to feel my throat become a little bit sore. And I was like, fuck, damn it, I'm sick. And then, of course, I was right. The day after, I wake up, I have a sore throat. And I just drank a bunch of tea to try to help my throat feel better.
Drink a lot of piss. Piss. Why does green tea look like piss?
And chamomile.
Why does it look like piss?
No, it's good though.
And Earl Grey is like extremely dehydrated piss.
I honestly haven't had Earl Grey in so long. I actually thought it was like brown or gray or something.
It's like a really yellow brown.
That makes sense. I mean, like, green is like dark piss as well.
Hell yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have a piss kink. I just need to iterate that.
Yeah, you do.
I
You
don't.
love piss.
When I was taking the BDSM test, I selected strongly disagree when it said you like to be used as a urinal. I don't like to be used as a urinal. And then it said I was vanilla. So
It said that I was vanilla, and fucking Anna had the audacity to tell me, oh, you should experiment more.
there's
Really?
nothing wrong with being vanilla. If you're not comfortable with something, you're not comfortable with it. If you don't want to try it, you don't have to try it.
They do that on TikTok, too.
Yeah.
13-year-olds would be like, yeah, I have a blood kink, and then they'll, like, shame other 13-year-olds for being vanilla.
It's just Tumblr 2.0.
It's the fact that, like, young children are basically being groomed on TikTok and being told, oh, sex work is easy, you'll make lots of money.
And then they'll immediately go into sex work the second they turn 18.
And then make an OnlyFans.
That's what I tried to do, to be honest.
I
But
mean,
then
me too.
they denied my verification.
They
request.
actually, after they denied it, I resubmitted it. They actually allowed my OnlyFans, but I have nothing on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Plus, I mean, if everyone makes an OnlyFans, then no one will have an OnlyFans.
Yeah, if anything, I'll just sell nudes on Twitter. I've done it before, I'd do it again.
No one wants to buy mine. I mean, you have to make a market for yourself.
Yeah, I
It's
had
too much work.
200 followers, and then
I have one.
it all started because a guy I used to talk to was like, I have an NSFW Twitter. What if we became mutuals on NSFW Twitter? And I was like, I don't have one, but I can make one.
Boy, NSFW Twitter.
Remember Andrew?
Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Yeah, I got my hopes up for Andrew. We met on Tinder.
Me too.
And like,
y'all vibed.
I really thought we were gonna go somewhere, and I got my hopes up after being emotionally unavailable for like a year, and then we just stopped talking, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I can't maintain attraction to someone if they don't give me attention, especially if we're not in the same immediate area, because I was on campus and he was back near where I live back at home.
Which is about like 3 hours away, give or take.
Yeah, like 2.5 to 3 hours depending on traffic.
Fuck. I don't know. I remember listening in on y'all's FaceTime call. I was just like, oh, hard.
I remember you doing that. And like, it was doing so well. And I was like, do you want to FaceTime tonight? He's like, I'm busy. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, do you want to FaceTime tonight? And I was like, I'm busy. And then it was just annoying. And it wasn't working out. So we were just like, we like mutually ghosted each other. And like, I saw
I thought you said he was like being dry with you or something.
It was both. It was like kind of ghosting each other / really being dry. Even though literally like a few weeks before we stopped talking, let me find it. And no, I what was his name? It was Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran?
Because he was a ginger. There he is.
Do you have his contact?
Yeah, because we were texting.
You sent a heart.
Yeah, he texted me when I was working at Little Caesars. He was like
Little Caesars employee.
Literally like a few weeks before we stopped talking, he was like, "Hey, I know you're at work, and if you're busy, please don't bother with this, because I don't want you to get in trouble. Even though I worked a minimum wage job, I don't give a fuck. But I just wanted to thank you just for existing. We haven't been talking for too long, and I've been really bad at responding recently, and I'm so sorry about that. You're such a wonderful, beautiful, smart, funny, kind, and incredible human, and I'm so thankful you swiped right on me." This is such a Tinder thing. I really, really want to see you and want to spend time with you and get to know you and honestly just be around you. Oh. Um, you're such an easy person to talk to and makes me so happy to see you smile and hear you laugh and hear you excited about things. Plus, you listen to me rant about ultra nerdy shit and I appreciate that. And then we just stopped talking.
That's so sad. I don't know. I personally have never done online dating because I've been dating the same guy since like junior year of high school.
Yeah.
But I've heard it's interesting.
I personally wouldn't try online dating. That's how I got sexually assaulted.
Oh. Elaborate further? No. Tell our dear viewers.
Yeah, so anyways. It's like really hit or miss. Mostly miss. There was this one guy, the last time I used Tinder, there's this one guy I matched with. I drove down to where he lived, which is like a 40-minute drive. He lived,
Oh, okay.
it's a city pretty close to campus, but since our campus is in the middle of nowhere, there's not a lot of people on Tinder that are my type.
He didn't do like a halfway meetup or anything?
No, I
That's
offered to,
lame.
well, I mean, I offered to drive down there because he can't drive.
Oh, okay, I guess.
He didn't want to bring his car all the way from where he lived to campus, so he flew.
Okay.
He lived in like St. Augustine. And
Huh.
anyways, I went
All
down.
the way in Florida? That's so far.
I know. But yeah, I drove down for one date. It was really good. And I thought we would see each other again, but then I was also emotionally unavailable and I was trying to like start dating. I was trying to talk to people and I was starting to vibe with it. But then he started to get so attached so quickly that I panicked and I ghosted him.
Is that the one that said like "I love you" or something?
No, he just kept calling me baby, my love.
Oh, he's probably just desperate then.
Yeah, he even texted me saying that um he's been broken up with a lot and he's scared for people to leave him, even though we weren't even dating yet. We haven't made things official. It was after just one date. And then he told his mom about me. And my mom didn't even know he existed. So we obviously saw things differently. And then I kind of stopped talking because I freaked out. And ghosting is never good. If you are able to have a conversation with the person and make sure there is closure, but I could not do that. I did not want to. He kind of freaked me out a little bit. And I didn't want to drive 40 minutes to see him and be like, hey, I don't want to do this.
Lord.
But yeah, online dating is a scam. If you happen to meet someone off Tinder or Bumble or Hinge or whatever fucking dating, whatever dating site.
Parlor?
Stop.
Put Parlor back online. Yes.
Um,
I'm actually kind of pissed that they took it down because that sets a precedent. I mean, think about it. Like, it honestly kind of baffles me, actually, how a lot of conservative stuff is being taken down. Like, even if you don't agree with what they say. Naked!
I'm sorry, I'm getting hot and I'm taking off my sweatshirt, but
Tattoo!
yeah, I have a tattoo. It's the White Lotus from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I need to lotion it because it's getting kind of dry. But yeah,
Nice tits.
nice balls.
My cock is growing.
My tits are inflating.
It's not a kink.
Inflation kinks, yeah.
Ugh.
One of my friends actually has an inflation kink.
Oh no.
We were talking about this in high school, but I was also a band kid.
Oh dear.
So it was after school before band practice. Him and I were talking. It was why I don't know why we were talking about kinks, but he was like, "Yeah, look at this video." For some reason, I just think it's hot, and it was like a scene from a movie or show where some girl's boobs just inflate.
Silence is deafening.
Let me see if I can. Let me go to YouTube real quick.
Who knows? I don't know. What was I talking about?
Parlor.
Oh yeah, Parlor. With that sort of thing, taking down conservative opinions really sets a precedent.
Yeah.
And it just shows that there really is no such thing as free speech unless you go along with the mob mentality.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that either side is correct or incorrect, because no one's ever truly right about something, if you think about it. But it just kind of irritates me how Twitter, for example, will suspend all of these conservative accounts, but you don't really see much about, like, liberal accounts being suspended or whatever, even if it's hate speech. It just, to me, you cannot say that you advocate for free speech and you advocate for whatever, and then cheer when someone that you disagree with is banned from their platform. I mean, even if it's extremely, maybe not extremely hateful, but even if it's hateful, it's just complicated. I don't know.
I feel like the reason why Parler got taken down is because it was also in the midst of the Capitol riots, and they didn't want any more people inciting violence, and that people were also planning things on Parler. I'm not saying conservative views should be censored or hidden, but I feel like when it comes to throwing a coup, that's where I feel like that's where the line should be drawn when it comes to killing people.
Yeah.
And threatening to put politicians' heads on pikes.
Yeah. Kind of forgot about that, actually.
Yeah, and when Donald Trump got banned, it's because he kept saying this is not over, stuff like that. We're going to make America great again, blah 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 blah. And it's just like, bro, please, just stop, just please. I'm tired. Ugh.
It's like, I don't know. It just something similar. I'm trying to think of. I don't know. It just, free speech, if you say that your platform is for free speech, don't turn around and ban people just because a lot of people disagree with them.
Yeah. I mean, on Twitter, it's not even just like conservative accounts. It was also like I've seen some people on like left-leaning Twitter, their accounts being suspended and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it is on both ends. So both people are being censored in a way. What is Obadiah doing? She's just like,
she does that. She gets quirky at night.
The animatronics get a bit quirky at night. Whoa. What? Okay.
FNAF?
Weird tangent. I have been rewatching Markiplier's FNAF playthrough recently, mainly because it's like a source of nostalgia, because FNAF was also a big part of middle school for me.
Me too.
I listened to all the music from The Living Tombstone.
Okay, I didn't listen to the music.
Oh.
I just had all the games. I watched Markiplier's playthroughs like a bunch of times.
I also watched Jacksepticeye and like...
I did fan art. Yeah. I drew Foxy one time for this kid in my science class.
I read fanfiction.
No. Foxy X Chica.
The animatronics have like wired dicks.
No.
And like when they would catch you, they would just fuck you with their iron phallic members.
God, member. It's the fact that you say members.
Even though I literally tweeted like a few weeks ago saying, when will fanfic writers stop using the word member, even though I just said the word member.
Shows that you read fanfiction.
I've been reading fanfic since I was like 11, and I haven't stopped. I still have... Let me look at my Safari real quick.
I never got into fanfiction. I personally never liked it. It always... I don't know how to explain it. I'm just not the type of person to really consume stuff that's not canon. Because to me, it's kind of like, okay, what's the point? It's not even canon.
Yeah.
Whatever. I like with fan art, okay, some of it I can get.
Discord? Flues. Oh, I keep saying
Yeah, I thought it was Flu's Bloob or Flu's Boob.
I thought it was Flu's Boob. Or
What?
am I just dyslexic?
It's Flu's Bloob.
Why did he mention us? Or
He only mentioned you two.
Oh, wait. Oh. What? Nice. Our friend Taylor just mentioned us in a Discord channel, and just sent some girl's naked body probably found on the internet.
Why was I tagged?
I think he only sent that so I could look at tits. Because I am a titty connoisseur. I do enjoy breasts.
Whew, let me go grab some toilet paper. Continue about your titty appreciation.
I do in fact call titties mommy milkers. And that has sparked some discourse online. A lot of people say, why do you use the words mommy milkers to describe boobs? Just say tits. Or something similar. And I'm like, but mommy milkers is such unique phrasing to describe the female anatomy. Because, I mean, they are sacs that produce milk. So why not call them mommy milkers? Because mommies produce milk. So mommy milkers seems like adequate phrasing.
I didn't realize there was mommy milkers discourse.
People hate mommy milkers.
But it's factually correct.
I know, but people still hate it. I don't know why. I either call them big honkin' totters, stuff like that. Dude, okay, so in my composition class, there's this guy who kept messaging me.
Still talking about the assignment?
No, well, he was like, "Did you finish it?" I was like, "Yeah." When all we had to do was peer review, and he was like, "Have you done the final draft yet?" I'm like, "No, we can't exactly do the final draft when when we don't have all of our critiques yet." And he was like, "That's true. Sorry for bothering you. I'm just a little worried. I don't want to mess up for the first time." And I was like, "You're okay." He's like, "Great. Hopefully we can become friends and help out each other when needed. I work best with a study partner." I work best individually.
Me too. I mean,
So
if I work with a partner, I really only work well with people that I'm friends with. Like, if you were a partner, I could work with you. But I literally, when it comes to group settings, or like if you just get assigned some random partner, I am not good at that at all.
I'm trying to find out what he looks like under his mask.
He probably looks like this.
Oh, he's probably a gamer guy. I think that's why he hit my DMs. Because I'm like, my profile picture is just,
Oh.
Ooh. It's a picture of me I took in the mirror when I did my makeup. I look very edgy. I think. I don't know. It's just the eyeliner, big wings, and bang. Wait, eyeliner is big wings. I meant big false eyelashes. Big wings, big lashes, bangs.
That's that went.
Oh yeah, sorry, I drank some water.
I actually forgot about it.
It's okay. But yeah, I don't know what to say to him.
Wait, let me read what he said. Let's see here. Great, hopefully we can become friends. Oh. No.
Well, I don't want to be mean.
I just don't reply.
I'm just gonna like his message.
Yeah, just keep it like that.
Cause like I don't want to offer.
He might try to come on to you romantically or something.
I'm tired of men doing that. Like literally, one of our RAs, he kept pestering my other RA friends so they can give him my Snapchat.
Wait, that's how you got your Snapchat?
Yeah. And like he would literally ask them day after day for my Snapchat. And my friend Taylor was like, "Oh, I don't know her like that when she knows me like that," trying to like keep him away. And my friend Fernanda was like, "Yeah, I don't really talk to her that much." And he kept asking her even though we only had like one conversation. And Taylor said she didn't give him my Snap, but somehow he still got it. So he might have gotten it from Tori or something.
Probably Tori. Tori's really nice.
Tori's nice. She doesn't say no to people.
Wait, is she still here or did she graduate?
Yeah, she's still here.
She hasn't said hi to me, so I'm kind of like, did she disappear?
When we left to go to Taco Bell, she was facing that way. She wasn't facing us. Her hair was in braids. It wasn't like it's natural fro like usual. But yeah, I'm just tired of men coming on to me romantically because this time I want a girlfriend. I'm tired of men screwing me over. And frankly, I would like someone with nice bazongas that I can nuzzle my head in when I'm sad. Men don't have bazongas.
I mean,
unless they're like not born men.
Well, I was gonna say some do. I mean,
unless they're like man boobs.
Yeah, like man boobs, man boobies.
Like my friend Seth, he has nice titties. They're a little smaller than mine. They're nice to.
What?
They're like split between the size of one. So take this.
They're like long.
They're not really long. They're kind of perky, actually.
What the fuck? Okay.
But wait, let me go through my Snapchat memories real quick. But
interesting. I didn't think man boobs could be perky, but then again, I don't necessarily look at guys' pecs ever.
There's you touching my feet.
When did it?
Oh, not my now. So for context, Anya was touching my toes, and then I freaked out. Okay, I need to go back a little bit. It was like I have too many fucking memories.
Yeah, you have a lot of memories.
I basically save everything. That's when I was drunk. And
wait. It's my favorite picture. Hang on.
Wait. There it is. Okay, so basically, oh yeah, that's what I was talking about my roots.
Oh, okay, I see.
So basically, I can't show this picture because it has my face in it, but I'm just holding my vape, giving a thumbs up, on the verge of tears. My eyelashes are gone. It was after we put Anya to bed because that was like the most exhausting thing.
Oh, this is when I blacked out.
Yeah, Anya was blackout drunk. They woke up in the middle of the night, standing in the kitchen in their underwear. And then we had to put them back to bed. And they called their boyfriend, going like, I don't want to go to bed. I haven't told you that I loved you yet.
That's right, I kept calling him over and over and over and over and over again. And he was like, it's okay.
And then once we got you to bed, me, Anna, and Taylor smoked a little bit.
I remember y'all came back in and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. We smoked and then we came back and Anya was just... Okay, so I took this video in the bathroom of Anna and Taylor's place and just listen.
I'm a little drunk, but that's okay.
So I was just crying. I gave a nice little thumbs up at the end. I'm trying to find this one picture of Seth. I know he has titties. Trying to find proof of it. That's when I hadn't slept in 2 days, and Taylor said I look like a founding father. So that was kind of mean. I mean, it was true. My eye bags were so bad. Who keeps messaging in the Discord?
Why did they tag you, but not me?
I will tag you.
Why did they do this?
I'm still trying to find that one video I have of Seth. Just his titties.
That's it in... Oh, it's an Anna's thing. Hang on.
Wait, no, I posted it on Instagram. What am I doing?
See, I don't get this. Because, like, he'll post nudes, but they're dating. I personally, I don't understand it. Whatever.
Yeah, those are his titties.
Oh, I see. A solid B cup.
A solid breast.
Probably a C cup, maybe.
A nice breast. I'm gonna add Anya.
Why didn't he tag me? I'm offended. Oh my god, that's my name. Oh my god. What was that?
Frog tea time. I'm going to get some liquids. But I feel like this is a nice spot to wrap up the podcast. It's been going for almost an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah,
We might cut some of this up to make it shorter.
maybe.
If you need help with editing, just let me know.
Yeah.
But yay, ugly shirt, ugly shirt.
ugly
Whoa.
shirt. Woo.
Poggers.
Thank you for listening.
Yay.
How do I stop this?